You peer through the torn fuselage. Wrecked seats fade into the dimness, but you can make out the open door to the cockpit and a clear passage through. You could easily hoist yourself up and enter the drowned pane from here. Well, hold on. Go into here first. If there was ever anything in here, it's gone now. Oh, okay, well, then you enter the plane. You climb up and walk past empty seats. The acrid stench of the engine smoke hangs thick inside the fuselage. I really don't know how to pronounce that word. As you make your way towards the cockpit, inside are two bodies, still strapped to their chairs. The blood pooled below them, still dripping from fingertips, reveals how fresh the scene is, but the pilots are still lifeless and cold. Boxes and small containers lie strewn in the aisle. Aside from the pilots up ahead, the other seats are empty. Search inside the cot. What's a cot? The soft foam of the torn cushions catches on the rough skin of your fingers as you wriggle your hand inside the seat. Whatever was hidden there is now gone. Right at the bottom of the indent, however, you feel a different texture. You pull your hand back out of the seat and find yourself holding the crumpled page of a Refidex. A Refidex? Really? The town of Meriden is circled with what looks like outer limits, written in scratchy handwriting alongside. Search the cockpit. Look over there, says Ella, pointing out the cockpit window. That hut to the southeast. You peer through and see a small, dishevelled building, like an old, abandoned cattle station. Worth a closer look, she adds. From here you can see a small open lockbox on the ground outside. You take a closer look at the pilots. No breathing, no pulse, only the slowly dripping blood, yet not dried. DJ steps closer and kneels next to each in turn, checking their heads, necks, and arms. Cold, he says, probably from the moment this thing came down. He glances outside involuntarily, not murdered like those two outside. This place, I think someone came, there was a fifth person on board. Is that wrong of me? This place has been ransacked. Ella's voice rings loud in the silence. Whoever did it might still be nearby. We need to search the area. Either they'll have more clues or they'll have seen what happened. Search the boxes. Other than some more serious denting around the corners, their locks have been clearly pried open. Someone's been in here as well. You turn back past the rows of seats and climb out of the torn fuselage. Yeah, but you said there was a box on the ground. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay, not that box. Another box? Actually, go this way, be quicker. Because we've got the key. We're just going to find what we use the key on. I cannot see anything. Nope. I don't see what box you were talking about. Looks abandoned. Just as well no one was working nearby when that thing came down. Edge of the map. Almost. Ah, there's tire marks, guys. There's tire marks. Oh, no, that's just from the plane. Sorry, I thought a car may have, like, there might have been a getaway car or something. No, apparently not. Never mind. Should say the southeast. That's why I'm going there last. Because that's how I roll. I always do the outside of the map first. In the opposite direction I'm supposed to be going in. Though I do wish tab was toggle. I don't like having to constantly keep my finger on the button. Back to them. I'm not done. Don't talk to me. Oh, loot. Don't mind if I do. Don't know what it does, but I'll take it. I guess it's food at some point in time. Is this the shed she was talking about? Hey, it's a witness. Howdy there, stranger. No one's lived here for quite some time. Shelter's no use when your nearest water source is kilometres away. You now use kilometres. A bit late for that, don't you think? Oh, I have another hunting knife. Totally looks like a machete. Hello, witness. Are you the one who murdered everybody? This pudgy, frightened man wears ill-fitting, stained clothes. He's lean living hard, apparently. He spreads his hands to show there's nothing in them. To his credit, his voice, ha, Emu, run! Although it'd probably run after you. His voice hardly trembles. G'day, mate. Name's Omar. Reuben Omar. I'm a surveyor by trade and scavenger by circumstance. He swallows hard. Please don't kill me. I'm totally unarmed. What the hell happened here? I was exploring nearby when we heard this god-awful sound. Saw this huge thing plummet and figured, hey, salvage. Why not check it out? He's jogging fast now, almost panicked. Maybe get some loot I could sell, you know? Maybe get some tucker. Turns out I wasn't the only one to have that idea, though. I snuck away when the mongrels arrived.
Wait, the mongrels were here?
Who are the mongrels? He nods. I was sussing out the front of that thing when they drove up. They grabbed those two poor people from inside the plane, took them, and his eyes cut toward the wreckage. He swallows. I just hid. I had a look inside the plane before the dust has settled. Is there anything else you saw before we got here? You mentioned the mongrels. Who are the... Well, there's a lot to talk about. What? You mean besides a bloodthirsty gang beating 2 innocent people to death, looting a plane, and almost giving me 2 heart attacks within the same hour? Yeah, besides that. She looks exasperated. Any and all information is helpful. Think details. He looks nervous. Look, I didn't see everything, all right? How could I, hiding behind this building, try not to end up like those passengers? He blows out the air between pursed lips. But I did hear something. Right before all the engine revving and them leaving, one of their mob was moaning about how heavy the package was. Look, that's all I know. Don't really want to talk about this anymore. Gonna have nightmares already. Where did the mongrels go? He gestures towards the road. They filled the packs and headed off south of here. Probably back to Ardith, mate. You said the mongrels filled their packs. With what? He takes a few quick breaths and grits his teeth. Dunno, whatever they could find, I guess. I wasn't exactly watching them from up close. You mentioned the mongrels. Who are they? Those bastards belong to a woman named Priss. Calls herself the Empress. Haha, I like it. Humble, she's not. Runs Ardith, to the south. Me, I stay away from there, let me tell you. Artists, thugs, and thieves. She nods. Not a bad place for a shag, if you're into no strings attached type arrangements. She slowly turns to face her sister. Mad grins. Ella pointedly returns her attention to Reuben. Bunch of throwbacks, living like a pack of dogs. Fucking beasts in human clothing. Just look at... He has to clear his throat. Just look at what they did to those poor passengers. How'd he get away? His voice falters for the first time at the question. I was out round the front of the plane. Could hear those Ardith bastards carrying on like they do. Like they'd struck pay dirt. 4 of them, guns out. I didn't stand a chance. I seated on those 2 passengers and He stops, draws a breath. I crept away, down along the fence to this hut. I'm not a fighter. No weapons. What would you have done? What I would have done doesn't matter. You made your choice and now you have to live with it. Hidden away, just like you. If they were doomed anyway, just best to try and survive. For sure. No shame in that, Reuben. I love how I started here. No nonsense attitude. It's like, it's a dog eats dog world. And now I'm like, oh, I have a heart. No, for sure. No shame in that, Reuben. I'm not proud of myself. It's a terrible thing to know you're a coward. I wish I could have done something, but I'm not a fighter. Never have been. I'd have just been another corpse. What are you keeping from me, Reuben? Spill it. He swallows hard and fishes into his satchel. He pulls out a gold nugget the size of 2 fists. This. I'm just happy that at least I got away without those mongrels taking this. Give it here, I want to take a look. Where did you find that? It was in one of the boxes out front of the plane. I found it before the mongrels showed up. Wait, so is that what they got? They got a big, toolbox full of this shit? Reckon I might be able to use it to buy myself a good life back in Meriden, give up surveying. He looks at the large nugget in his hands. That'll never happen now. Unless, there's a note of hope in his voice. You well hidden, you never know who you'll encounter on the road. He started as if he pressed his hand to a hot iron. What, mate, are you serious? Yeah, mate, are you serious? He quickly shoves the nugget back into... I'm sorry, Mads. Into his satchel. You got it, Chief. No one will catch so much as a glimmer until we're safe inside Meriden's walls, I promise. She shakes her head and turns away. I bet Ella would have had something to say if I'd taken it from him. He has a wide grin on his face. Nice move, mate. Inspiring generosity. Yep, you've certainly done your good deeds for the day. Now, if that's everything, I want to give the plane another go over before I call it quits. Look, you're on your own out here. Why don't you join our convoy?
That's Mick's call to make, mate.
Of course. Let's go see what Mick reckons. Really? Well, bugger me. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No decisions have been made yet. I understand. He raises his hands emphatically. I appreciate your chance, that's all.
Well, let's go get this over with.
Okay, I still need to do more exploring, apparently. Let's go. How have I not fully explored the plane yet? Have I not been everywhere? What have I missed? What more is there? I've gone over every piece of ground. Oh, apparently not. The lid of his container has been forced open. Whatever was inside is long gone. Nope, that's still not enough. Guess someone got the jump on us. Wonder what was inside. Are we done yet? Apparently not. But I see nothing to interact with, unless you mean the wing. No? Am I still not getting in here? I don't know what you want, unless you mean the tire tracks. Which is by a car, I was right.
Okay. So I guess we weren't the first ones here.
Take a closer... I mean, we already know the mongrels, but I guess you're supposed to have done this before you went and talked to Reuben. Take a close look at the tracks. Worth doing observation. Truly, your powers of deduction know no bounds. They're tire tracks, I've seen enough. Yeah. You examine the tracks. You're familiar with this tread. Each tire is worth about $100, maybe $120 for a discerning buyer. That sounds about right for good tires, actually. The only town nearby with buyers like that is Meriden, a town known for its lenders who spare no cost to make sure they're well protected and can get away quickly when needs be. Wait, but I thought they were from Ardith. Do they just get their tires from Meriden? Reuben was wrong, or at least not entirely correct. Even if one group did come from Ardith, there was another group here as well, from Meriden, the exact town you were headed towards before you stopped to inspect the wreckage. Ooh, intrigue. The plot thickens. The plot thickens, guys. Hey, Mick. Found out some shit. Where are you? There you are. Are you going to take Reuben with you, or are you going to just say, nah, fuck him? Mick's had a rough day. I can't really blame him if he said that. I let you out of my sight for 1 minute and you come back with a whole clown car of company? He glares at you. Who are these bludgers and why are they trailing you like lost puppies? Because I'm the Messiah, obviously. She holds up a hand to forestall Mick's tirade. How is Mick in this position? He sounds like an absolute sourpuss. This is DJ. He gave me that suppository for Bob a while back. He speaks quickly into the silence. And this is Reuben, a bit down on his luck. Could use some help making it back to civilization. Civilization, eh? His bitterness takes DJ aback, but he doesn't have time to interject. Oh yeah, it's that word again. One beggar at a time then. You first, kid. Just as vouch for you, so I can see you travelling with us on a temporary basis. He fixes you with his gaze. This is temporary, right? Just a Meriden. Yep. Being a bit harsh, don't you think? I don't know. He's not shy to touch dead bodies. Could be an asset. Pretty temporary, yeah. He doesn't exactly obey the chain of command. He's nice and gullible. Could be entertaining to keep him around. We should let him make his own case, I reckon. He grins at you. If that's all it takes to impress you lot, my other skills are going to blow your minds. He turns his attention to Reuben. And what about you, old mate? You look like you've been through the ringer, though of course that's no concern of ours. Oh, I'm doing just fine, thanks for asking. He shifts his... This dude is gonna get robbed. I can see it now. He shifts his satchel sadly behind him. Just looking for a guarantee I'll make it back to Meriden safely. And what makes you think you'll find it with us? He speaks flatly, his mouth a thin line. He's a scabby, knows how to find the treasure amongst the trash. He's got this ripper of a gold nugget that he nicked from the crash. Show him what you got in your satchel there, big fella. Maybe this is a bad idea. Sorry, Reuben. Surveyor, mate. Oh, that's right. I just called him a scavenger. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. He glances at Mick embarrassed. On hard times is all. I haven't made a career of scabbing. Promise. Sure you haven't. What else you got? He glances at you nervously and licks his lips. I can give you guild intros, access to the grey traders, pathways to new settlements, you name it. He stares at him until Reuben begins to sweat. Then Mick shrugs. Alright, I buy it. But if you screw us over, I'll report you for fraud. You'll definitely have an in with the guild then. Hey Reuben, I just saved your golden nugget. Not only did I not take it for myself, I stopped Mick from taking it from you. You better treat me with favours in the future. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Mick gives him a look of baffled disgust. We search inside the plane. 2 dead pilots, some ransacked boxes and containers. The thing has been thoroughly picked over. A shame, but to be expected. There's 2 bodies outside the fuselage. Recently killed. Do they look like they were in that thing when it came down? Yes. They were. Saw him dragged off with my own eyes. He swallows heavily. Don't think I'll ever forget it. One of them had a key in his boot. She looks at Matt, who nods, ever so slightly. Haven't found the lock it fits yet, though. We found fresh tyre tracks in the plane. Not surprising that we aren't the only ones to have come for a squiz. Could you tell us anything about who was here? Is squiz really Australian? I didn't think it was. Huh, what do you know? Looks like at least 2 vehicles. I don't think I use squiz that frequently. I guess because it feels too bogan or rocker. Yobbo. God, there are so many words for the same horrible person. Sorry if you're that type of person. You're not my cup of tea. We're thinking the first set was made by the mongrels, and the others most likely Meriden. And wherever they came from, they headed back there quickly. Meriden, eh? Guess that lot have got to do something to justify the amount of guns and ammo they extort from the rest of us. Do you tithe to them? Don't think they'll be too pleased we know they were here, though. He gives you a wolfish grin. Please don't get me killed with that information. Ruben said the Ardith crew took something very heavy from the plane. Interesting. Any chance he's bullshitting? Doubt it. Guy looks scared out of his wits. He's right there! Happy to just be alive, and that we didn't shoot him. Yeah, I reckon he was in shock. Poor fella's telling the truth. He's right there! I guess the game assumes that he's not here. Ruben said the Ardith mongrels were the ones who killed the passengers outside the plane. Ardith there? Fuck. Not surprised they beat us here. No doubt took whatever they could find too. Yeah, seems like they made off with that. With what our scavenger friend was hoping would be his. That's all I've found so far. Alright, let's see then. He counts the points of his fingers as he goes. We knew Meriden was here, but that's all. It doesn't give us a lot to go on in negotiations. Hey, it's meant to rain tomorrow. Sorry, it sounded like it was raining. Oh, it is raining. Never mind. He gives you a stern look. Have you really had a check around? We can't spend all day here, but I expected you to find more than this. I was pretty thorough. I don't think there's anything left to find. Why is that a lie? I don't think there's anything left, and I'm not going around it a second bloody time. If you say so. He looks over the crash, his eyes roving the scene. All right, he sighs. Everyone ready? Our truck's ready to go. She looks at her sister, who nods. Okay, now, as for our new friend. There are 2 of them. He turns to face Ruben. Come up front with me. I've got a lot of questions for you. Right you are, mate.
Let's move out.
Travel to Meriden. DJ left. Bye, DJ. You were interesting. You were funny to prod, but then you got too serious. She's been at the gates for a few minutes now. It's impossible to hear what they're saying from this distance, but finally, her calm composure cracks, and she yells at her impassive opponent. I'm not leaving my people out here to bake in the sun. He says something, gestures at the gates, then heads inside the town with a short, guilty glance at the convoy. The woman Jess is arguing with wears a white jacket with nary a stain or crease. She shields her golden eyes from the sun and pitches her voice to carry to you and anyone else who may have heard Jess's outburst. As I said, Meriden has had an influx of people seeking aid. You of all people know how much it costs to house population, let alone feed them. She spots you and Mick approaching and raises a hand to forestall Jess's response. Ms. Brown, your friends appear to have missed the line over there for the other siders. I suggest you all get back in that line before I ask my guards to put you there. We have information. We'll trade it for entry. We're not other siders, we're your neighbours. Please, we've travelled so far, we're so tired. Fuck the line. My home was destroyed. We need to get inside. Why is there even a line? I thought Meriden welcomed travellers from all over. We do. The line for people who wish to reside in Meriden permanently, or at least indefinitely. The 2 often overlap.
Governor Smith, this is all that's left of Brookton. Our town was raided, and its inhabitants scattered 3 nights ago. Jess tells me you're harsh, but fair. As Mayor of Brookton, I officially request your aid in retaking and rebuilding our community, starting today.
The man at the head of the queue pipes up. Who cares? Westonia is under threat from forces from 10 times as much firepower as us, and I've sat in this line for 2 days on the off chance Governor Smith would deign to speak to me. Wait your turn like everyone else. Wait, what's going on with Westonia? She regards him coolly. Deign to speak to you, is it? Far be it for me to rupture such self-serving delusions by actually having a conversation with you. Governor, he recaptures her attention. We haven't come empty-handed. We've got specialists in our convoy. Farmers, medics, a mechanic. You know Madanella, scouts from Bally Hall. And old mate here, he gives you a critical look. Yeah, what you gonna say about me, bruh? He gestures to you. Oh, he's not. Go on, introduce yourself. I learned to haggle while I was still in nappies. I'm fourth generation barter crew. I can sell anything to anyone. I'm not proving shit to you. We've lost everything. She clears her throat. Who's this woman? Okay. Having another set of keen eyes on prices and trade goods would be helpful. All you need to know is we didn't come empty-handed like Mick said. She briefly scans the rest of your convoy, her expression unreadable. I must say, Mick, you do have quite the group here. I can see why Jess was so adamant I let you in. She taps a finger on her chin. I'd love to help you, but there are plenty of others in this line with similar skills. What it comes down to is whether or not you can support yourselves without relying on handouts. If you could guarantee that you won't be a burden on our already strained economy, we could let you in. On a provisional basis, of course. Her lips compress into a thin line. She turns and calls the convoy. Anyone who grabbed more than the bare essentials, bring it here. The governor wants proof we can pay our own way. We found a crashed plane on our way here, and we know Meriden checked it out too. Care to tell us what you brought back that was so heavy it took 2 men to lift it? What we have is important. Tell me what you want and I can get it. How much do we need to pay to let this in? Are you willing to... She's not going to take kindly to this, but I don't care. She lets out a high-pitched whistle and her guards stand to attention. I've heard enough. I'd be more than happy to continue this conversation. Inside. Is she going to gun us down? He snaps out of his reverie. Of course. Thank you. He heads inside without another word, and the rest of you trail in his wake. Enter Meriden. He walks towards you slowly. His head droops and his once immaculately pressed jacket now dishevelled. He exhales and looks up at you. He gestures to the makeshift camp. As much as I'd like to take credit for all this, I feel like I dropped the ball. You and Jess did good work out there. We lit a fire under him, bringing up a plane crash. I'm hoping we can use that to our advantage. That's why I said it. He sighs and looks around. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to talk to Governor Smith into helping us retake Brookton. You're welcome to get the lay of the land first, but if you can meet me at Smith House sooner rather than later, I'd appreciate the backup. Sounds like a plan. I'm going to take a look around then. I'm okay, I'm on it. Maybe you should stop telling me what to do, bruh. I'll see if I can catch the governor before she gets bogged down in affairs of state. She's got a lot going on right now, but Brookton is a priority. It has to be. He says this last part almost to himself, though the conviction in his voice doesn't make it through the worry on his face.
Be canny with your trades, eh? We haven't got much, so I'll have to make it last.
Okay. Hush up. Now, DJ, or your friends will know that you doubted him. The old man speaks with a twinkle in his eye, leaning on his cane to appraise you from a comfortable distance. You made it, he stares at you. I was sure Angela was going to keep you in that line out of spite. Nothing little brown-nosing couldn't fix. I used my charm on her. Oh, she tried. Thanks for the help. He glances at DJ. Somehow, I doubt that. He touches the brim of his hat. I'll see you in corridor then. Angela's obviously not going to give me the time of day. Stop by any time, even if you don't manage to find it. Uncle Koya. Yes, conk. I don't know this word. The old man gives you one last look and shuffles away. Find what? Bye, Uncle. He watches Uncle for a few moments, a tender smile on his face. Conk? I don't know this word. Asked me to find a treasure he lost in Meriden. He said it's not worth anything to anyone but him, even if it looks a bit swanky. He holds up a hand. One half of the treasure is a black rectangle about the size of my palm, and the other is a white plastic rope that slots into the end. What?
Let's see if we can hunt it down.
Find a black rectangle, find a white plastic rope. Okay. Yeah, I'll get right on that, buddy. Oh, we're over here in the convoy. Okay. Yeah, I can see you're looking real hard for it, buddy. The new idol. And the use of spies. Okay. That's right, we're in this new city, aren't we? Meriden? Meriden. I think it's Meriden. Does she have a nail gun? That's the word I'm looking for. Certainly looks like a nail gun to me. Alright, so we should probably check out our little community down here before I go elsewhere. I know I looked at this quest right before I finished the other day I did this, but that was days ago, I don't remember. Find a white plastic rope and a black rectangle. I mean to meet Mick. Okay, screw Mick. I'm looking for this.
What's wrong now?
Jay. What? I can't just say hi? Jesus. Won't your elders want you back in quarter soon? I still haven't found what Kong asked me to find. Until then, won't mind me staying away. He knows I've got my own life to lead. What do you think makes someone a good leader? Knowing your values and sticking to them. And treating people with respect, of course. I reckon you could take a bit of a hard look at yourself, eh? Hey, how you holding up? He scoffs. Like you get stuff. Do us both a favour and don't pretend we're mates, alright?
Order.
Bye. I don't know what that means. She looks up from some bit of accounting of stock take. What's in your mind? What do you think makes someone a good leader? Why am I asking everybody this question? It seems so out of place. She frowns. Compassion. Continue. Was she always wearing this doofy looking hat? I don't remember it. I'd appreciate if you could take a little more time to think things through, if I'm being honest. I've barely interacted with you. What do you want from me? What's it like running a body crew out of Meriden instead of Brookton? It sure is different. A lot more competition and a lot more cross-pollination of stock. I've never even seen stuff from the East Coast. I mean, it's a long way when you're in West Australia. Costs an arm and a leg, but we had no hope of carrying, let alone selling, that kind of stock in Brookton or Alderside. Maybe the election will shake things up. There's an election? Angel takes a cut of every sale, which Hogan is campaigning against, but he hasn't proposed an alternative either. Who's Hogan? Just doing what he always do, which is your look that's meant to convey some meaning you don't quite understand. And who are you? Sean. Oh, it's on. He gives you a nod. Thanks for looking at my parents back in Brookton, mate. You're solid in my book. Jess is glad about her mum, too. Who's Jess's mother? Do I know Jess's mother? I don't mean me, Jess. I mean her, Jess. Both their families owe you a debt that'll be quick to repay as soon as we can. What do you think makes someone a good leader? Doing what's right. For everyone, not just whoever you're with at the time. Maybe you and Matt think it's funny to give the middle finger to common decency, but that's not something I can support. Why is everybody just been so mean? I'm partial humanist, alright? How you holding up? He sighs. How about we just give each other some space, huh? Not like we need to be living in each other's pockets all the time. What is wrong with these people? Why are they all so hostile? Did I or did I not save your life? I really think there should be more appreciation going on. Your hostilities are unwelcome. Sarah? Ah, she doesn't like me. Her frown only deepens when she sees you. Yes? How'd you end up in Brookton? The question seems to age her an additional decade. We thought it'd be somewhere safe for John and I to live out our days. We've been lucky to reach the age we are, and we didn't want Sean to be stuck taking care of us when we couldn't take care of ourselves. Oh no, Sean's your kid. Not bad. I'm getting everybody confused. John? I've got work to be getting on with, then why are you just sitting there? How are you holding up? Doing alright? Already had some discussion about helping out on the emu farm. Stay safe. How did you and Sarah meet? I was out looking for a wild jumbuck when I heard music. Not regular sitting around a fire pit strumming on a guitar music, but actual music in the middle of nowhere. Took me a few days to work up the nerve to get closer, but as I walked up to the front door, that's when I heard her, singing. He closes his eyes. Took her longer in a few days to stop pointing a rifle at me, but I'd just pop back every couple of weeks, bring her some meter ranks. One time I brought a ribbon for her hair. She looked at me and said, "What do I want with that?" Did that until my mum died. Then I proposed. I knew there wouldn't be room in her heart for me until then. As I recall, it was me who said, "I guess I ought to marry you." He chuckles. The last word will always be hers. Knew that the day I met her, too. He smiles fondly at her, and her expression softens. And that's just fine by me. Okay, so everyone has shit to trade. I'm gonna ignore y'all. Alana! I saved you. Hello, love. Happy to see you. Yeah, you seem to be the only person in this camp other than John. Here, let me take care of that poor bedraggled plant for you. She takes the strawberry plant, her eyes brimming with tears. We'll make do. I know we will. It's just hard. Okay. Well, they found something to do with that object. I help things go. Oh, that's right. And of course my daughter. Oh, Alana is Jess's mother. Did I know that? I don't think I knew that. She's turned out just right, don't you think? I don't know, she's pretty hostile. Any strawberries yet? It'll take a while, I'm afraid, but I've got lovely rich soil here and John brings me fertilizer. Maybe we'll be lucky sooner than I think. Okay. Be careful out there. I will. Hey, doggo. You're a dog, right? Or you're a kitty? No, you're a dog. No, you're a kitty! It's so hard to tell from your current position. Do I want to go up or do I want to go down? I sort of feel like I want to do this part first. What is this? It looks fortified. Is that a wombat? Jesus. Hello, vendor. A +1 cleaver? And they said you couldn't hack it. None of us are using cleavers, so I don't really need a +1 variety. Pelts. Does this mean I can craft things? I haven't seen a crafting, but ew. And a hunting knife +2. I don't have that kind of money, sir. Although in saying that, I have a lot of shit here that I don't need. Did you want to take some of it off my hands? I don't think I need pencils. You can have those. I don't think I need the extra hunting knives. I like the spike club though. But I don't think I need that. I'll keep the revolver for now. Actually, I'll leave the shotgun as well. A Molotov! Wow. Oh, so I don't even give it back to Sally. Okay, well, I suppose it wasn't a quest item. Yeah, you can take that. Another hunting knife. Sunscreen. I don't know that that's of use to anybody. I think it's just a miscellaneous item that I sell for money. In fact, most of this is probably just miscellaneous I sell for money. Copper wiring. I don't know that I do anything with the empty bottles. So you can have my empty bottles. I don't know if that's relevant either. I think all this is just superfluous stuff. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I do need money, so... Thank you. Oh, that's gonna clog up the inventory. Great. Is that a dead roo? Are we eating roo? Ew, that's vile.